Adam and Eve were husband and wife, and they lived in the Garden of Eden together with God. They were in perfect relationship with each other and with God too, and they had everything that they needed. Until one day, the snake, who was the most sly of all the animals in the garden, crept up to Eve. "Did God really say that you can't eat any of the fruit in the garden?" he asked her. "No," Eve answered, "we can eat anything that we like. He only warned us not to eat the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God said that if we even touch the fruit, we'll die." "Surely you won't really die," said the snake. "God just knows that you'll become just like him. You'll know everything, both good and evil." After he said this, Eve took another look at the fruit, and she saw that it looked really good. Wouldn't it be great to be wise and powerful, just like God, she thought to herself. And so she reached out. She took a piece of fruit and she ate it, and she gave it to Adam and he ate it too. As soon as they ate the fruit, they realized they were naked, and they were ashamed of their vulnerability. They wanted to cover up and protect themselves, so they sewed leaves together for clothes. A little later, they heard God on his usual evening stroll in the garden, and they hid behind the trees. "Adam, where are you?" God called. Adam couldn't ignore God. He stepped out from behind the tree. "Here I am," he admitted sheepishly. "I was afraid and ashamed about being naked, so when I heard you coming, I hid." "Who told you you were naked?" asked God. "You didn't eat from the fruit that I told you not to, did you?" "That woman that you put me with, that you made, she ate it first. She gave it to me." "Oh no," said God, turning to Eve. "What have you done?" "The snake tricked me and I ate the fruit," Eve sobbed. "There'll be terrible and really serious consequences for this thing that you have done," God said, pointing at the snake. "From now on, you'll be forced to slither through the mud, eating the dirt. There'll be conflict between your descendants and Eve's, and there'll be one in particular. You will bite his heel, but he will crush your head." And God turned back to Eve. "I'm afraid from now on it'll be really painful during childbirth. It'll be really difficult to bring up children. And even though your desire is to control your husband, it'll be him who rules over you." And to Adam, God said, "And because you allowed yourself to be tricked and you ate the fruit too, you'll find it really difficult to grow things in the fields. You'll sweat and you'll labour day after day, fighting thorns and weeds just to produce food and to make enough bread. And just as you came from the soil, you'll return to the soil." And because God was worried that Adam and Eve might also eat the fruit from the tree of life, he decided that it would be better to banish them from the Garden of Eden. He didn't want them to live forever in their state of brokenness. He put 2 angels at the entrance of the garden to protect Adam and Eve from eating the fruit from the tree of life. But before he banished them, he made them clothes that were more suitable.